Alrighty, so this is the Poverty Franchise Podcast. It's PJ.
And Ethan.
And we're here, again, poverty franchises and all, talking about sports.
And
other things. Mainly sports, 100% sports. We're going to start with Aaron Rodgers, who's brought great pain and ownership of my beloved franchise. My bad. Not my beloved franchise. A franchise that's brought me nothing but pain and suffering over my entire lifespan. Will he stay with the Packers? Will he leave the Packers? I hope he'll leave the Packers. Is Jordan Love the answer? Who knows? He's not, but...
I don't know. That's an interesting point because Aaron Rodgers is one of those icons that you can't really imagine him leaving until he does it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Recently we had Tom Brady. No one could imagine him leaving the Patriots, but he
people
did.
thought he was going to be a lifer. There's a point where, like, Eli Manning could never play anywhere else.
Eli Manning could never play anywhere else.
It's also because Eli Manning had the opportunity to fall off of a goddamn cliff before retiring.
He was never as good as either of these players, let's be fair.
But he never. But also, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady have not fallen off the cliff to mediocrity, and Tom Brady has not let that happen to him by yeeting, unlike Brett Favre.
Well, that's debatable.
Because
Tom Brady had a great team on the Buccaneers, whose defense absolutely mauled everyone.
But he was second in MVP voting in his last year.
That is true.
Let's go look at Peyton Manning's last year. Dog water. Von Miller, Aqib Talib, and Chris Harris neck, back, and shoulders that team.
No fly zone.
And Demaryius Thomas tried his best catching. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Catching them terrible passes. They were trying out there.
But the year before this one, Tom had a very mediocre season. I will give him that.
The beginning of the 2020 season for Tom Brady was really bad. I think you can chalk a little bit up to learning Bruce Arians' super complicated system on Zoom, basically. It's never a good thing.
That is true. Although the start to this season was also pretty rough.
To be fair, also Tom Brady was breaking every COVID rule. So he was training in the offseason with Buccaneers players. They just didn't give a fuck because he was in Florida, so... And he had some real bad losses, but the team rallied at the end, and that's all that matters. And he showed up in the last game, and he showed up in the playoffs, because he did forget how many downs there were in a football game. Let's be real. That's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
But he won a Super Bowl, and also the Bears 2 years in a row beat Super Bowl, at least a team in the Super Bowl, which I don't know what.
Hey, at least y'all have that.
Have that feather in our cap.
The Falcons' feather in our cap is we have a slightly high draft pick. No.
And a kicker.
Our kicker's a free agent.
No, resign him.
That's on the table. We need to resign him.
That is the first person you need to sign, because he won you all of your games.
Yes.
But if he does leave the Packers, which I really think he is, because he doesn't like the management, he doesn't like. I think he's just tired of it.
He's obviously unhappy. I mean, it's just so weird to imagine him in another uniform. I could more easily imagine him retiring and
just fucking off,
just enjoying all the money that he's acquired over his career,
just going on Pat McAfee's podcast permanently, just being the co-host at that point.
That was such a tease. Oh, he's going on the Pat McAfee show. What's he gonna say?
Nothing.
You gotta be
said nothing
messing with me
for an hour. Said nothing for an hour. But if he does leave, he's probably going to the Broncos. The Broncos were really a decent offense away from contention. The defense showed out this year for them. They have weapons on offense, but man, they had the two extremes of piss poor quarterbacks. They had check down McGee, Teddy Bridgewater, and fuck it, no one's down there, Drew Lock.
The offensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos is now Kubiak's son, right?
Is it really Kubiak's son? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know Broncos assistants.
I remember seeing some report of them getting a new coordinator, and it was very intriguing.
Oh, did they get Pat Shurmur, or is Pat Shurmur the current one? No, Pat Shurmur just got fired.
Pat Shurmur got fired.
Well, yeah, no shit. Pat Shurmur was a terrible head coach for the Giants, so
yes,
he deserved that.
Oh my gosh. But the Denver Broncos are certainly an interesting landing spot for Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, getting rid of Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio can't coach an offense to save his life. Excellent defensive coordinator. That man should be nowhere near a goddamn offense.
Apparently, he's like Dan Quinn.
But they got Nathaniel Hackett. He was the offensive coordinator for the Packers. I mean, I don't know much you can say about that because Aaron Rodgers changes every damn play at the line of scrimmage anyway.
Well, at least he likes Nathaniel Hackett because Nathaniel lets him do it.
Yeah, unlike
it seems like a comfortable situation.
Who the coach of the Cowboys? Head coach.
The coach for the Cowboys. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on it.
Is it McCarthy?
Yeah, Mike McCarthy.
Mike,
what the heck?
Bum. Certified bum. He didn't. I don't believe he coached a single down of football in Green Bay. After I learned that, Aaron Rodgers changed 80% of the plays of the line of scrimmage.
It was just Aaron Rodgers leading the way,
just hard carrying the offense. But the Broncos have, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, that other receiver with a very generic name. You know the other receiver other than Cortland Sutton, and Jerry Jeudy in the slot. But he has a very generic name.
Yes.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Absolutely cooks corners though. But
they have great weapons there. The line is okay. It's not a world beating line. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's
not gonna hold for a minute
forever, but it'll get the job done. They have a solid running back duo, Melvin Gordon and this year they were good. I don't watch much Broncos football. I'm gonna be real with you.
No one did, to be honest.
Let's see. Oh, Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. Yeah, they both had 900 yards.
Yes.
And the other receiver was Tim Patrick. That was his name.
Tim Patrick.
They got good weapons. Again, the problem is that they had no quarterbacks to throw to at all.
The quarterback is the one missing piece, which is why I wanted them to get Dan Quinn so they could take Matt Ryan, but that's a different story.
But if the Broncos get Aaron Rodgers, they're contenders. Straight up.
They're definitely contenders.
But the AFC West is a goddamn bloodbath because it will be Aaron Rodgers and the Broncos, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, poor Derek Carr, and the Raiders, and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Although with
the extra wild card spot, there is a possibility if shit goes right that all four teams from that division can make the playoffs. Here's the thing: the Raiders, it is a small miracle they made the playoffs.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky. I never saw that coming.
They had I don't know why they fired Rich Bisaccia. He was a good coach. Their star receiver killed a woman. They had two other niggas go to jail, and they managed to go to the playoffs through all of that. That's pretty.
Kudos to them.
That's pretty remarkable for the rest of the team to just be like, okay, shit, next man up, I guess.
Next man up.
I guess there may be a Darren Waller injury away from getting out of that seeded playoff spot. Or they're also the Chargers completely selling, but that's beyond the point.
Chargers fans despairing again.
Does Aaron Rodgers go to the Steelers? Does they try to do one more? Does Mike Tomlin try to swing for one last ride?
I don't see that happening just because the situation doesn't look nearly as good as it does in Denver. And then when it comes down to both of those teams, in terms of what could they offer the Packers to give up a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, despite how unhappy he is.
The Broncos could lose a couple of their young players to sacrifice, or draft capital too.
Definitely draft capital. The Steelers have nothing close to what the
Steelers, all they can really give up is Najee Harris.
That's why, although the Denver Broncos are a good fit
one of the Edmonds.
That's why, although the Denver Broncos are a good fit for Aaron Rodgers, I don't think that's actually what's going to happen if something does happen. What I think might actually happen, and most is likely, is we see a Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers swap.
Because if Kyler Murray stays this unhappy, they're not. That means they're going to have to fire Cliff Kingsbury, right? Because Aaron Rodgers will not like that man.
Probably not.
Because Cliff Kingsbury is an idiot.
That's a bridge they can cross.
And also the Cardinals, if you're listening, which you're not, but you should be listening, fire Cliff Kingsbury and keep Kyler Murray. That should be the easiest decision ever. Go find a different coach. Eric Bieniemy is still around. I know no one hired him, but shit, he's got to be better than Cliff Kingsbury.
Hey.
Shit, fuck Joe Brady, for fuck's sake. I don't care.
I would definitely take a flyer on Joe Brady, even though he just got a new job. But you can poach him. That's fine.
Joe Brady got a new job with the Bills, yes.
The Bills. Oh, Josh Allen will love that.
The Bears thought about trying to get him to be the quarterback coach for Fields, which I would have.
Y'all should have done more than thought about it.
Yeah. We didn't have. I think Elphabus is trying to bring. I don't know. I think he'll let the offensive guys work with Fields. We got the Packers QB coach to be the offensive coordinator. I don't know how much coaching he really did. But the Packers trying tooth and nail to keep Aaron Rodgers tells us one thing. Jordan Love is a certified bum. That nigga was not worth a first-round pick.
That's why I definitely think they're going to get a quarterback back in this trade. That's why I'm thinking either the Cardinals or even the Seahawks.
The Seahawks?
Looking to shake it up, move on from Russell Wilson. I think that
would Aaron Rodgers and Pete Carroll even... that sounds like oil and water.
I mean...
to be fair, Seattle does fit Aaron Rodgers' Mountain Man vibe at this point.
Okay, that's very true. I didn't think about that. But putting Pete Carroll aside, I think the Seahawks would actually be very interested in that deal.
The Seahawks have a lot more problems than a quarterback, though.
Yeah, it's not a great fit for the...
But the Packers are just trying to move
the quarterback,
him.
But...
Because, there's not many teams. The Raiders just gave Carr a fat extension. He's getting $40 million a year once the league year starts on March 1st. Like, he's locked in there. He got a second contract. Good for Derek Carr, by the way.
Good for him. And he's a solid quarterback.
I just don't think he does not worth that much money in any... Before he broke his... he had that MVP. He was going on that MVP year. Then then the car broke down. His leg broke. It happens.
Questionable decisions, but
Now, another team, the Colts, them niggas don't like Wentz. Not one bit.
But nobody likes Wentz.
Here's the thing. That's why they're just going to let Wentz go and figure out a way to get... If there are people in the Colts organization who are like, you know what? Mitch Trubisky would be better than Carson Wentz. That's bad. That's bad for Carson Wentz's career.
Hey, lots of QB needy teams. All I'm saying is the Falcons are blowing it up. Matt Ryan, as much as I love Matty Ice, he's on the market.
There's teams actually thinking that Mitch Trubisky they might take one more year at him, one more poke, just to see if Matt.
It's worth it. He has arm talent.
So if you blow it up, would you give a flyer year to old Mitch? Oh wait, you have Ryan Pace now.
To be honest.
What if since the Falcons hiring Ryan Pace to a position I have no idea what that means, senior personnel executive. He has a say in drafting in some way.
He has a say in drafting.
He has a say in signings, a say in training camp cuts, I assume. He's in the room.
He's like the GM's right-hand man, I suppose?
Yeah, I guess second in there. How do we feel about that? After seeing my pain for a couple years. Your 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks are going to be fired. That's all I'm telling you.
I'm looking forward to that, to be honest.
You're going to get some mean niggas on day 3.
Hey.
Because that's all the Bears did. And if it's a defensive player in the first round, y'all solid.
Hey, Grady Jarrett, day 2 guy. You know? We also need a defensive player in the first round. Please, Derek Stingley Jr. We need you in ATL.
What if he drafts a linebacker? What if he just ignores all those corners, just takes a linebacker?
That's fine, to be honest, as long as the linebacker's gas.
What if someone like Kalfadidis from Purdue falls?
From Purdue?
Yeah,
falls?
What if he falls? Because
he's prospected to fall to 8, which is...
What if he falls? Would you get the end and just find a corner in free agency? Since you already have one corner, you can find the second one later. Or the second one later in the draft. This is a corner-rich draft. The first round, there's a lot of dudes there's a lot of first-round corners who are not going to make the first round this year.
That is true. George Karlaftis is a really good prospect. Because
with Aiden Hutchinson and Thibodeau, they're the first 2 off the board.
True. If one of those slides, that should be.
Should the Falcons just pick the best defensive player available?
Well, that's what I assume their stance is going in, because they've already come out and said, both Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot, they've said, we're going to draft the best player available, which I'm hoping they don't think is a wide receiver. I will just be in despair.
Because there's not many receivers that I'm just sitting here like super gung-ho about.
But hey, if it turns out to be Megatron, I won't be mad.
That'd be nice.
But it really comes down to the combine to push it either way.
Because I don't see it in Drake London. This mock has him going number 2. I don't see shit in Drake London. I don't see shit in him. I don't see star number 1 top 10 pick material in that receiver. You have to do extraordinary shit to be that. Maybe because he plays in the Pac-12. Maybe because he's had very erratic QB play due to injuries out there at USC. Maybe it's all that, but I just didn't see it. I did not see it. I hope I have to preface, I hope I'm wrong about every negative thing I say about a football player. Because I want dudes to succeed. Of course. I don't wish for like 99% of professional athletes' failure. Karl Malone! Not many I would like wish their failure for. But I have to call a spade a spade. If I don't see shit, I don't see shit. I'm wrong. We're all wrong. But I leave the possibility of being wrong because the draft is the most unexact science in sports, especially the NFL draft.
Oh, for sure.
Because the football is about schemes, fits, the competition you're playing. You can never face a team in high school and college that schemes against you.
There's so many different variables.
Because, I mean, I looked at Randy Moss scored on... Randy Moss never not scored a touchdown when he was at Marshall. Because that was FCS ball. And he was Randy fucking Moss. I'm pretty sure that if he played FBS ball, Randy Moss would have not scored a touchdown in the game. But because he was at Marshall and he was memeing on people, basically, as a Hall of Fame receiver playing effectively D4 football... or D3 football.
Cut him some slack.
Third division. No, third in the whole hierarchy. There was a second professional league name. Yeah, Division 4. That is the EFL League 2 football. And he was a Hall of Fame talent. He gonna cook people.
He was cooking people.
To be fair, Randy Moss should never been at Marshall because he was hoed, but that's beyond the point.
That's a long discussion there.
But
I would honestly not be mad if the Falcons went either Ahmad Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley Jr.
This one has them going
Karlaftis.
Ikem Ikanwu. He's the tackle from NC State. I mean, would you take the best lineman too? Build for the next year's dude?
I mean, I'd love to see it. We haven't had a good lineman since Grady Jarrett. He's not
No.
pressure.
O-line.
O-line?
This is an offensive tackle.
Oh, an offensive tackle.
Would you take the best... Would you build a decent O-line for the next guy? Or is it really just the best player that's not a skill position?
I think so. Because I'm not very happy with the quarterbacks. I'm not very happy with the wide receivers. Obviously, I don't want to draft a running back 8th overall.
Isn't the quarterback room right now, if Matt Ryan goes, Felipe Franks and Josh Rosen?
Yeah.
That's rough.
That's rough. We're not winning any games, so that...
I mean, shit, you better hope, tank for... I don't even know who next year. Tank for someone.
Tank for someone.
Tank for the nigga... He's at USC now. Damn, like Oklahoma quarterback who keeps Spencer Rattler out of his job. Tank for him.
Ike McConnell, he's a tackle, correct?
Yeah, tackle. They say tackle/guard, but...
That's honestly pretty great for the Falcons. We have some young prospects. Matt Hennessy and Matt Hennessy started at center for us this year, I'm pretty sure. Chris Lindstrom was one of the better guards in the league, quite silently.
Yeah.
Jake Matthews still playing pretty solid. He could be our vet leading the team going forward.
You always need that one vet dude.
I always need the one vet. Like, the one gaping hole that I really see is the other tackle spot. Caleb McGarry's been kind of shoddy. I would like to... I mean, I think Caleb McGarry would be great as a swing tackle. Out on the run, he likes to head downfield and get after him, you know? But sometimes in pass protection... different blocking schemes for run blocking, he kind of falters a little bit, which is why we've seen a little bit of inconsistent production from him. So I mean, getting another tackle would be
where's that second Falcons first round pick at? Or are y'all trying to get one?
We're trying to get one. The Eagles are going to give us one for Calvin Ridley. I know for sure.
You're praying.
Oh, either the Eagles or the Patriots. Hopefully, there's a bidding war. That'd be really nice. Oh my word! But I mean, we could walk into this draft with either one first-round draft pick or 3, depending on what happens with Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley.
So that'd be chill.
That would be pretty nice, you know.
So do the Eagles stay with Jalen Hurts for another year, or do they go all in? Because the Eagles are another quarterback needy team. Because Jalen Hurts and Gardner Minshew are great backups. They'll get you out of 3 games in the season. They're not starters, and I like both of them.
I mean, they won a Super Bowl with backups before.
That's true, but Nick Foles was playing out of his goddamn mind.
I mean, they've proven that that's all you need that's all you need for one season.
But I feel like you'd want consistent quarterback play for multiple seasons.
That is true.
What someone like Nick Foles couldn't do.
I haven't been keeping up with Philadelphia news, obviously, so I don't know what's going on behind those doors. So I don't know how much confidence they have in Jalen Hurts.
Well, Howie Roseman, the GM, Embattled GM, has kept his job through some small miracle because they made the playoffs.
But, I mean, to be honest, if I was the Eagles, I think I saw enough from Jalen Hurts to take a flyer on him for another year. So getting another wide receiver and at least having a nice wide receiver room for either Jalen Hurts to prove himself or for a new quarterback to step into comfortably is not a bad idea.
Wait. This dude has a mock draft, and they have the Bears taking Roger McCreary when Andrew Booth Jr. was not off the board yet. If Andrew Booth Jr. falls to the second round, oh Lord,
Andrew Booth Jr. in the second round.
I have ideas with definitely not his student ID. Oh Lord, Andrew Booth Jr. on the Bears, I'll cry. So this mock draft has the Falcons taking a flyer on Ritter in the second round.
Okay. I love it.
I don't think Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis are making it out of the first round. I think the QB needy teams will take them.
No.
You think Malik Willis is going to make it out the first round?
Heck no. His Senior Bowl was amazing.
But
the scouts love him now.
Damn. Yeah, they have the Ravens taking Andrew. Get that shit out of here. Let the Bears take Andrew Booth.
Let the Bears take Andrew Booth.
We need some Clemson love on the Bears. I want to see him and Amari Rodgers covering each other in the 2 games a year. Shit would be lit.
I'd like to see if the Clemson love for the Falcons continues through this front office.
But
regime.
if you don't get a corner in the first round and Booth is still there in the second round, take Booth. You have the Clemson link up once again.
Clemson link up.
But moving on from the wonderful world of American football, we're moving on to football. Team USA. Not been a good week for us. Actually, like the same day.
Okay, to be fair, we're talking about men's soccer.
Women's, She Believes Cup. Their third in a row, three-peat. Just
doing great.
Still mopping people. The next generation, we were not too high on them. Shit, maybe again the rest of the world is getting better, and we're kind of plateauing. But I still think we have enough juice. We're going to compete in the women's national team.
I think women's football is definitely getting much more competitive around the world.
Like we're not mopping people like we have. Like Japan had the one fluke year where they won, but they were playing for their country because it got destroyed by a tsunami. Like you can't beat shit like that.
You cannot beat a whole nation rising up
or just rallying around them. But losing Gio Reyna and Weston McKennie these are the last World Cup qualifiers, by the way. This is our last chance. This is what we gotta get. If we drop all 3 games, we're out. Because Costa Rica is 5th and Panama is 4th. Dropping those 3 points to Canada last cycle was bad, and we're missing basically the engine midfielder and one of our best attackers. Costa Rica is also away. Panama is at home. I don't know where the fuck in America they're playing it, but it's in America. So that ups our chances at 3 points there.
I suppose that does.
Costa Rica I've never heard of it to be an intimidating place to play. It's still on the road. It's still with a weaker team. But I've never heard Costa Rica's atmosphere, you know? And Costa Rica's not really a strong team.
They have Keylor Navas.
But this weak team is not coming out of the Estadio Azteca, especially because this will probably be the first full Estadio Azteca in 2 years. Whew, shit. You get it. But if we do get it, we're smoking that Mexico pack. We're smoking that Mexico. That's going to be the best Mexico win in the past 2. Fuck the Gold Cup and those other wins. If we beat them without Weston McKennie and Gio Reyna at their place, fuck off. We run North America.
Considering that the team makes it out of Mexico alive at that point, yes, we will probably run America.
Gotta invade Mexico, and that get them niggas out.
Or we will run America below Niagara Falls.
Yes, because
Alphonso Davies and Joshua David.
They run North America.
Those are some ballers.
Speaking of Jonathan David, I think is his name, not Joshua, if I'm not mistaken.
Dang it! Stop having 2 first names.
Wait, we'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out which one of us was wrong.
Probably is Joshua David, actually.
Nope. Nope, it is not. It is not Joshua David.
This is what I get for not buying the latest FIFA. I have no idea what anyone's names are.
Yeah, it's Jonathan David, not Joshua.
Jonathan David, wow, okay.
All right, speaking of Jonathan David, who was born in Brooklyn, he plays for Canada. God damn Didn't even know he was born in America. God damn. We got Pepe for Mexico shit. You know, the trade just, damn. It'd be like that. That's what we get for getting like all those dudes from Germany in the.
Yeah, I suppose.
But Man City, this is the cheap option.
This is the cheap option.
He fits in Pep's system. Don't sign Harry Kane. That's all I will say.
I mean,
and here's the thing. I'm not of the people who like irrationally hate Harry Kane. I think he's a good player.
I'm one of the people who irrationally hate Harry Kane.
I know you do.
I still respect him as a player. I just really don't like him.
He also barely speaks English. Like hearing that man talk gives me, I lose brain cells. And it's also the fact that he is basically the poster child to Tottenham's failures to do shit. Like you get England's number 1, England's number 10, England's number 9. You should win some trophy.
Yeah.
You build they've had coaching instability. I get that. They've had their ownership.
Southgate's retarded. Yeah.
Their ownership has just been kind of makes very questionable signings. They basically wasted their defense. They let good players on their defense walk
without
for
replacing
money
them properly.
Because I don't think they've gotten a fullback since Kyle Walker. No one nearly.
Not
as
one that's
good.
worth anything.
Yeah. Vertonghen and Alderweireld got old on them.
Yep.
They didn't really do much to replace them. Lloris is really the only person still kicking back there.
And he's on his.
He's getting up. He's getting up there.
I mean, goalkeepers do have long careers, but
also it's also the fact that Harry Kane's having a down year. I mean, in 22 starts, 23 appearances, only 7 goals, 2 assists in all competitions.
So on the bright side, you guys could get him for cheap.
Oh my bad. Is that all competition or is it the Prem?
The thing with Harry Kane is he is definitely a better passer than I think people give him credit for.
Well, that's just the Prem. Apologize.
But he's not that good at passing.
No, he's not. Like, I think when everyone's like, "Oh my God, he scored! He did as an assist." That's how you know you're not good at passing. De Bruyne drops 2 assists casually because that's what he does. Kroos drops assists casual because that's what he does.
That's what he does.
He creates chances.
That's why I don't really like Harry Kane on ball. He works so much better when he's allowed to move off ball, get in open positions, get the last pass.
He's a target man. There's nothing wrong with being an elite target man.
There are great teams that have schemes just for good target men, you know?
The Chelsea teams of the Champions League winning and the Champions League robbed Chelsea teams.
Yep.
As Didier Drogba, who's the focus of this, said it best, it's a fucking disgrace.
But
Drogba was a target man.
He was a target man who had sauce. He could dribble.
But an elite level target man. And what did Mourinho do? He built that goddamn system around that target man.
And it worked pretty good.
Plus saucy niggas all around him, of course. We can't forget about that.
Oh, we can't forget about that.
We can't forget about, and then just and then the excellent bench players. Those Demba Ba off the.
Demba Ba.
But then Prime Hazard, great teams.
Fantastic teams. Oh.
But you can have elite. I mean, hell, even Chelsea with Diego Costa before he outwore his welcome, of course. Yeah. And Atletico Madrid with Diego Costa before he outwore his welcome.
But yeah, those teams have worked well with target men.
So he's just. He has 4 goals in international competition this year, in 3 appearances. I mean, who did England play this year in World Cup qualifiers? Then they play some. No. Then they play some dog shit team because he has 7 appearances in 12 goals. Then they play San Marino. They did, and Harry Kane had a 4-goal game.
Yes.
Okay, that's skewed. But in all competitions this year, he's not showing up in the Prem. Tottenham is really not though.
So for a buyer, it's a really good time to buy if you want Harry Kane. I just don't think City's the team for it. Pep's system's all about connecting, especially now.
Yeah,
he very much likes.
And then what's Harry Kane? The dude who Harry Kane knew the struggles of the bench, the journeyman at one point, but the man's been the de facto starter for the better part of 6 or 7 years now.
Yep.
Sure, he was on the bench with Jamie Vardy on that Leicester when Watford beat Leicester in that famous moment, which is still fucking wild to think about that they were both on the bench that game. I'm pretty sure Harry Kane got subbed off and Vardy didn't play that game.
Huh.
But Leicester had them both.
Leicester had them both.
What's his name? Nigel Pearson. Yeah, that dog shit manager. And the only reason Leicester ever broke out of that is because Pearson and his son and like those two other players got caught up hiring sex workers in Thailand. In that
that's a throwback.
In that when they were going on those foreign preseason tours.
Yes,
and
I remember that.
And then they got the new ownership too. The owner who died, sadly, I think they were Malaysian, if I'm not mistaken, or they might have been Thai. I forget. But
they were Eastern Asian.
One of the best owners in football, because they were like
wonderful owners.
Cut all of them. You gone. Hire Claudio Ranieri. Catch lightning in a bottle. Win the Prem.
Fantastic stint for Leicester. Better times.
I mean, they went from an up-down relegation team to a mid-table team with a Premier League championship. You can't ask for...
They did pretty good for themselves recently.
I mean, they were just... At the end of the day, Leicester's dominance ended because of questionable signings with the... They pulled off some great business. Drinkwater, amazing business. Sigurdsson, who's also a criminal, great business. Like, Mahrez, great business. Should have never sold Conte.
Probably not, but we love him for it.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans, go Blues.
And all of France.
All of France. I will say, I mean, to be honest, Man City, instead of Harry Kane, y'all should probably get Jamie Vardy first.
Just like the last year or two of Jamie Vardy.
It'd probably be better than Harry Kane.
Because Jamie Vardy is also... I mean, Jamie Vardy is...
He's better on ball than Harry Kane, in my opinion.
And he also runs faster straight.
Which Pep does like.
Yeah. Run past them.
Run past them.
But,
opens up the system for them, which is good.
I would like Haaland. I really would. I don't think we gonna get him though. I really don't. If we do, I'll be the first nigga in line to buy a jersey. I don't think.
I honestly have no idea where that man is going.
I mean, in an optimal scenario, I'd like Dortmund to like rebuild their team and go back to their level of when they were in the Champions League final against Bayern. I would really love that.
That would be cool. Although
the world isn't fair.
I don't think Haaland is very content with their situation right now.
He's Lewandowski. I mean, Lewandowski had a lot less to stand on when he left than Haaland does now. Because Lewandowski was leaving a fantastic roster, and that nigga just said, "I want bread.
I want bread."
And sure, he's got lots of bread,
and he's doing great at Bayern.
But Haaland should ring chase in the leagues, in because he plays for Norway.
He plays for Norway. He's not getting much there.
He ain't getting shit internationally. That's why I guess that's the argument you can use for Lewandowski too, is that he plays for Poland. He's never going to see international trophies. You might as well get domestic ones.
Norway could be interesting though as a nice dark horse because between Haaland and Odegaard, they have interesting building blocks.
They need the
rest.
They need the rest of the team, which is it's better than a lot of countries on earth.
That is
you can have no superstars.
You can have no superstars.
You can not have an automatic goal a game. If you just punt the ball enough times down the field and have an Olympic-class sprinter go for it.
I mean, ideally, I would like to see Haaland go to Barcelona and then have, like, Mbappe versus Haaland rebuild the Clasico.
Oh, that'd be great.
But Barcelona has too many financial problems. It's never
Hey, Aubameyang's working so far. In the short term, of course.
Yeah, and they're working on getting Alexander Isak to potentially be
to leave Bilbao.
Yeah, to leave Bilbao, to potentially be the...
Oh wait, not Isaac. I'm thinking of Oh no, I'm not thinking of Alexander Isaac.
Bilbao.
Are you
thinking of Iñaki Williams?
Yes, Iñaki Williams. Okay.
No, where's Isaac? I would like to see. I've always wanted to see Barcelona pick up Iñaki
But
Williams.
Bilbao players are really loyal because Bilbao players are only from the Basque region, so they're very loyal to that club. Mm-hmm. And Bilbao never being relegated from La Liga when they have a strict province only.
That says something about that region.
That region and their academy, the loyalty, and again the loyalty that they breed, because players don't leave Bilbao quick.
No.
And when they do for big money, and Bilbao hangs. So
Bilbao does hang.
I mean, again, with that policy, they're never going to win shit, but they're proud of it, and the people in the Basque region are proud of it. So good for them.
Great culture there. Great culture.
I mean, if they had an international team, they'd be real solid. Like if the Basque,
just the Basque team.
Well, if the Basque and the Catalonian team is gas.
The Catalonian
was gas because I'm
gas.
pretty sure it was Xavi and Piqué were like the stars of it.
Oh yeah,
because Piqué's played a couple friendlies for them.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's done some exhibition games for them.
Oh, interesting.
But the Spanish Federation did not like that. Did not like that one bit.
Spain wanted their guys.
Looking at the Prem table again, we was talking shit one day after he was memeing on me because Tottenham beat City, and I'm like, wouldn't it be some shit they lost to Burnley next game? Like, there's no way that could happen.
There's no way they can lose to Burnley, right?
Damn, them niggas lost to Burnley.
Cut to Antonio Conte. Maybe I'm just not good at my job. You know what I mean?
Antonio Conte's a real nigga. He just said, "Make shit. I beat City, but I can't beat Burnley. I don't work."
I honestly feel bad for him at this point. He can't talk to people from his own country anymore, and then now he just has people from Scotland and England bearing down his neck. What's wrong with the team, mate?
What's wrong with you? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not good at my job.
I'm playing Ben Chilwell with my back three. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Give me some players.
It's just like him in the sun. Do whatever you want.
But they're 8th right now.
I mean,
they're out of Europe. That's not good. Wolves are 7th, and Wolves didn't have their best player for the better part of the whole season. And Raul Jimenez is still like seeing four double vision out there.
I mean,
because he's still got the head wrap on. Because that nigga, I didn't realize how close Raul Jimenez was to death. He got Rudy Tomjanovic'd.
He really did. That was dangerous. But he's about to cook Team USA.
Shit, yeah. I don't want Raul Jimenez against America. That nigga sits up.
He really does.
I mean, sure, everyone does, but
everyone does.
I just hope Chucky don't cook us. I don't need to see that.
Chucky's going to cook us.
I know he is. He about to run right past Yedlin. Wrong side? No, that's the right side.
No, that's the correct side because... Damn. Well, it might not even be Yedlin because for sure Dest will be on the right.
Yeah.
But then it could be like Marcus Cannon or something on the left. It's always like a wild card.
Yeah, because we don't have a second fullback, but...
Not entirely.
And the rest of the table, I mean, City's still on top, but only by 3 points. They're bottling it. We're bottling it.
Jurgen Klopp is coming.
If Klopp comes back, I mean, Klopp that nigga. I'm afraid of Liverpool, as everyone should be.
The Pharaoh and the Dutchman are coming for the title.
Damn, they need that. Chelsea is sitting a comfortable 3rd, Man U 4th, West Ham 5th, Arsenal 6th, Wolves 7th to round out the Europe spots. Relegation battle. Burnley has gotten out of... They have 23 points after that win, so they're out of the basement.
Good for them.
No, that's the match. Oh shit! Sorry, that is not the point. I am so sorry.
I just need Chelsea to survive this season with a Champions League spot, so that way we can fix whatever's wrong with the team. Hopefully,
and get the bread,
and try to go again next season.
They have 20 points. They're only 2 points from safety with a game in hand on Newcastle. So if they get another win, they're out of the relegation zone.
Come on, Burnley, you can do it.
Watford they're fucked. They have 18 points they've played 25 games, so that's 2 less than Burnley and 1 less than Newcastle, or more, apologies. And Norwich bringing up the rear.
Norwich
with a whole 17 points.
Has Max Aarons been moved from Norwich? Has somebody acquired our young American? Who could potentially be the next fullback?
Let's see.
If I'm not mistaken.
No, he's not on the roster anymore. They have Josh Sargent still, though.
Oh, that's right.
What's that Josh Sargent been doing this year? Not good. 2 goals.
2 goals?
14 appearances, 21.
Well,
14 starts, 21
thankfully the USA has no lack of forwards.
Yeah, thankfully we don't need Josh Sargent anymore.
It'd be nice if he was great.
Yeah, but we got Jordan Morris for the bench now. It's good.
Jordan Morris, Ricardo Pepi.
We got bench people.
Yunus Musa.
Max, what's his name? How do you
Max
spell that?
Aarons. Maxaarons. Pretty basic, I think.
Oh, there he is. Max Aarons. Oh, no, is he still on Norwich? Is he on loan? No, he's still on Norwich. I just must have missed his name. Let's see. Yeah, he's still on Norwich. He started all 24 games, but he only has 1 assist so far, but he is a defender.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully...
He started all games in the Prem, though.
He did.
This might be the worst defense in the Prem, but...
He started all games.
Let's see, how many goals have they allowed?
And to be honest, that's more than most American soccer players can say.
How many goals have they allowed? Ooh, yeah, that's the worst they've allowed, 53. That's the worst. Next is Watford with 47 goals allowed.
Although to be the best defender, especially outside defender on Team America, he doesn't have to do much. I love Serginho Dest, but he's really just
Yeah, that side's locked down.
He's really just Trent Alexander-Arnold, but with less defense somehow.
But then the middle, I mean, again, I just don't want to see Everton go down.
That would be quite sad.
I really don't. You would have Man U is leading the league in the average attendance, by the way, 73,000 a match.
I mean, I'm not surprised. They made a lot of big money moves. CR7's back home. And to be honest, everyone in Manchester wears red. I don't know who wears blue.
No, no one in Manchester do.
No one in Manchester.
Foreign niggas wear blue.
That is true.
Not British dudes. They don't do that.
Everyone in baby blue is in Dubai.
Again, the equivalent of, to people who don't understand, the equivalent of the Manchester derby, it's not like this super deep-seated, like, kill each other rivalry, because Man City was dog shit for a lot of years. It would be like if Furman just got an injection of funds, got up to FBS football, and all of a sudden was Clemson's biggest rival.
Yeah,
basically. Like, there's no animosity, but, like, they're close by.
But they're close by.
Like, I mean, shit, they're 20 minutes away.
I mean, I guess, shit.
That would be fucking hilarious, wouldn't it, Furman just...
Oh, my gosh.
Furman has the best recruiting class in the country! What?
Excuse me?
Where? Who? Their basketball team can mix us, though. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, never mind our basketball team.
And then speaking of the football world, F to the Ukrainian League, F to them niggas. Sad for the Ukrainian national team. I don't think they were making the World Cup anyway. What's interesting is, will FIFA let Russia, because I'm pretty sure Russia is going to qualify at their current standing, if I'm not mistaken. I've not checked the groups in a while. Will they let them in? Will the Russian league face sanctions? Will we see...
I'm not sure what FIFA's going to do about that.
Because I think UEFA is going to do... I think UEFA might punish the Russian leagues. They might bar them from European competition for a time.
I mean, which is
a big hole, because Russia is, I call, the group of five of Europe. Yeah. Other than the big five leagues, I mean, they're in that tier with Portugal, Russia, Netherlands, I'm trying to think of other leagues, Turkey, those leagues. And hell, even the Ukrainian Super League, because the Ukrainian Super League has like 3 teams. That's better than most of Europe.
Yeah. I mean, I think for sure if UEFA moves, FIFA will have some kind of sanction against them. I don't think it'll be nearly as severe as what UEFA does, but I think FIFA. I don't think FIFA can. I don't think they would bar him from the World Cup. That's a little bit of a stretch. But we'll be smoking that Russia pack. Please draw us in. I just want America to be drawn in the same group, which is straight animosity if we make it. Hey, shout-outs to Fedor Smolov, though, speaking out against his country. Oh, yes. I hope he lives. I hope he lives. Get the fuck out, homie, bro. I don't know why you did that while you were still there, my nigga. I hope he lives, but because he's actually a gas player, but great player, getting kind of old, but I mean, he's always that Russian dude you pull in FIFA. He really is. That's how I know him. That's how I know his name. That's that Russian buddy I always be pulling out. You get him in the packs. Oh, he's fast. He shoots well. Hey, I'll take him on the squad. But I want America to be drawn their group with England, Iran, and Russia. Just straight beef on just straight beef, straight national beef. Yes. If we get put in the same group as Iran, we better not lose. See if we lose, they get their nukes back. That would be hilarious because it would just be a whole pseudo war in the field. So our kids are going to be learning in history about the Cold War or the Green War or something about how there was a whole Cold War but in soccer. But because Iran dog walked America and Qatar, all this shit happened afterwards. Yes. Because Iran plays I think Iran is they're very similar to Greece, where they just park the bus and pray they get one counterattack. I mean, they play good team football. And they play great defense. I mean, they were one Messi pulling that bullshit out of his ass from getting to the round of 16 in Brazil in 2014, but then Messi did. They held Messi for so long. Because that was Messi on a mission. But there's only so much random Iranians can do from literally the GOAT running around. Just there was only so much America could do against Germany. There was only so many shots Tim Howard could save. And then same with Belgium. There was only so much he can do against Lukaku, Prime Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne. Just kick it. Yannick Carrasco. Save. The other Hazard. Thorgan. They was trying out there. And also, we're gonna take this to go on our random championship adventure to see what the fuck's going on down there. Who gonna get promoted? It's interesting.
I have no idea what the fuck going on right now. So we're gonna find out together. So Fulham is top of the table. They're well clear. They're 9 points clear of second place Bournemouth.
Yes, the return of Fulham. We love it. We love it.
Bournemouth is second with 58 points. So those are the two automatic promotions, as we know. The third through sixth has one of the most exciting playoffs in the world.
Yes,
for that last Premier League spot.
Dogfight.
Where some niggas get ran up on by fans on the field. You have some of the best sports moments ever. It's an absolute madhouse. That third Premier League team, they're so damn happy every time, too. Because it just... Also, why do people keep running on the field in the championship and punching players? That's really odd. That's happened like 5 times in the past...
I mean, it's a championship playoff. The security...
No, just in the championship. I guess when you're that pissed at your team...
They have nothing to lose.
I mean, their average attendances are really good. Like, 25,000 a game for a second division team.
Hey, if you're in those towns, you love your team.
So, yeah, you got Fulham. They have dude with 33 goals this year. Holy shit. Alexander Mitrovic from Serbia. Let's see. He's a 27-year-old Serbian. He was on Partizan in the early time. He's at Anderlecht in the Pro League. Spent 3 years on Newcastle. Didn't really do shit with them. Been with Fulham ever since. He's only 26. But he's got 33 goals in the championship. I'm pretty sure he's the leading scorer by a comfortable margin. I'm not even going to fact check that. I just assume it's true.
I mean, I'd be surprised if there's a team.
2 points behind Bournemouth is QPR in third with 56. If QPR comes back, Lord.
The return of QPR.
Huddersfield's tied with them. Their QPR's up on goal difference. Fifth is Blackburn might come back. Adam Shearer.
This is like the greatest throwback ever. We just have QPR and Blackburn.
The first Premier League winners, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the first winners of the Premier League. And other than Leicester City, the only non-top 6 team, Big 6 team to win the Premier League was Blackburn. Oh, no, my bad. Newcastle's the other one.
Newcastle.
Because of Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer.
And then Sheffield United 6 with 53 points, but then they're only 3 points above 9th. Which is Middlesbrough 7th. Middlesbrough is in the championship. Yes.
Middlesbrough.
I might have a Prem jersey now. I also have a random Middlesbrough jersey. We do not need to talk about it. Luton Town, they're 8th with 51. And Coventry City is 9th with 50. And Nottingham is 2 points behind them in 10th. And who's going down to League One? Because that's sad.
That is sad.
Derby is not last, even though the amount of bullshittery Rooney's got to do to get them out of that.
So help him.
They're 8 points from safety with not that many games left because it's a double round robin. It's 24 teams. You play each team twice. Isn't that 46 games? You play every team twice. Minus you. 46, right?
Yes.
46 teams. In 10 games you got to get 9 points.
I apologize if that's wrong. Neither of us.
I don't know. I don't know if they actually play a double round robin. I'm gonna be real with you. I just assume that because that's what the rest of the world does, but American sports. So I don't even know who they are. The Peterborough United. I don't know. And Barnsley is last, by the way. They're the anchor.
You say Peterborough United?
Yeah.
Are these actual places in England?
It's Peterborough United.
Oh, Peterborough. Where do y'all put these teams? The landmass of England is like...
It's Michigan. It's the state of Michigan. How do you fit all this shit in there?
But y'all have like 60 teams.
Like, imagine there were just 60 NBA teams in the state of Michigan and like northern Ohio. And like the UP and a little bit of Wisconsin. That is your league. How the fuck do you do this? How do you have separate leagues for your other provinces?
I mean, thinking about it, it must be kind of nice because like there are a lot of small towns in the United States you live in. You're like, there's nothing to fucking do here.
There really is. Because I mean, like, I'm pretty sure like you get like Bournemouth is a really small city. And
but like they have a football team. You know something to do. You can go watch the match.
That's like like Green Bay is the only like small American like they're the smallest American city with a professional team by a lot, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the Packers. I could be wrong about that, but that's like again like places like Greenville having an NFL team.
Not even Greenville. It's like places like
Anderson.
If we have viewers from South Carolina that knows where that is. You know?
Or I gotta think of small town, like other random small towns in other states that I know.
Just listing random
Ithaca,
towns.
New York.
Ithaca, New York.
Albany having a professional team. You know, shit like that.
But I mean, I guess we can see why those allegiances are built strong.
If Hollywood had its own like its own professional team, like this, like the city of Hollywood, like West Hollywood or Beverly Hills.
So God help the traffic in LA, but
yeah, but like if they had, that's like what England has. It's really cool. Like I think the 4-league format is rife with drama and intrigue.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it keeps people caring about their team. Here's the thing, though, we're not built like that as Americans. We're just not.
Yeah.
Our American fan interest. I think you can do it with NFL teams now, especially older ones, because we're born into that shit. You know, people born in New York are Giants and Jets fans as part of their identity. You can, you know, it's also the part that America has set up its lower divisions as strictly feeder series.
Yeah, there's
Feeder for top league teams.
There's no interaction between the top and the other leagues
In a competitive sense.
Yeah.
Like, again, America might be able to set up the system, but American investors do not want to sign an MLS TV deal for their team to get relegated to the USL. They don't want to accept that risk, especially now because MLS is expanding probably a little too fast. You know what? Because we're bored, we're also looking at League One.
We're also
not France.
League One.
EFL League One, baby.
Yes, not
Which,
fun fact, neither of them is a Power 5 league.
I pulled up USL League One by accident. Oh shit. Go. Oh, Triumph or second. I always forget that Triumph or second. Oh yeah, Football League One, right? Yeah.
Good on Portugal. Finally officially turning League One into a farmers league.
Yes. Alright, so let's see, their team. Alright, so in League One, the automatic promotions right now, Rotherham United is up in 6 points. Wigan is second. Wigan's a team I have heard of. MK Dons, the team that what was it? They're the Wembley, the one, not Wembley, Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon, the old one that got destroyed. They sold the team, they changed the name, moved it. It's like one of England's only relocation franchises. And then the fans created Wimbledon and got them through the amateur ranks and back into the professional flight. Do like a fan back team.
That's so cool.
But MK Dons is the trader team. They're
MK
third. Oh, Sunderland. Oh, Sunderland's down there. Oh my god.
Sunderland
they're
Sunderland
six.
being so far down there. Like, does anyone remember when they were like the middle of the Prem?
Like they were just struggling out there, but they were there. Let's see, are there any other teams that I could think of? No, not many. Oh, Portsmouth and Bolton Wanderers,
too.
Ipswich Town. You know, these are teams. I mean, Portsmouth was in the Champions League, dude. With Sol Campbell before they went, but they went under administration. Well, once you go into administration, that's it, nigga.
That's it.
That's your team.
That is your team.
I mean, that's what happened to Derby, and that's why Derby's going down to League One. And Derby was a Prem team too at one point. Sure, Derby, I'm pretty sure is the worst ever Prem team. Like I think by points, I think they had the worst season ever. Not like just Premier League 92 to now, not the whole history of the English game, obviously. Right. But that's like one of the teams I don't want to see relegated. Everton's the team I really don't want to see relegated. It's too much. Again, if you lose your unrelegated streak at this time,
they're the last one standing. I mean,
they're the only team. I mean, you gotta. I'm pretty sure they're the longest top 5 team in Europe, to be in the top 5 of their country.
I guess it's gonna catch up to them eventually. It's just I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I'd rather not see that. I'd rather stop caring about soccer when that happens. We moved to the Bundesliga table because we're just gonna go through the tables. We talk a little basketball and head on.
Bundesliga.
Speaking of basketball, we're gonna go hoop. I'm not working.
You're not working. Sports is life.
Sports is life. I have the rest of my life to work and die. I'm gonna go get mixed by Kevin Love archetypes at Clemson University.
Yes.
The Bundesliga table, we know who's the top. We all know who's the top. They're always on top. It's Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
They're only clear by 6 points, though.
Who's behind them?
Dortmund has gone back up to second.
I'm glad Dortmund salvaged their season.
They're only, and I mean the records. I mean Bayern 18-1-4, Dortmund 16-1-6. And I know they play a double round robin too. They have 18 teams, so 34 games. They have 11 games to get 6 points. That's very possible if Bayern slips up. Dortmund's gonna have to be perfect though.
Dortmund will have to be perfect.
But I mean, it's not settled 10 weeks out like it usually is. Which
is much more
much better. Leverkusen is they're up top. Leverkusen's 8 points behind them. And Leipzig has 37 points. They're 4 points behind Leverkusen. But that last Champions League spot in Bundesliga where it gets interesting. There's a 3-way tie for 4th, and it's on goal difference. Leipzig is up on 4th. Hoffenheim is 5th, and Freiburg is 6th. Freiburg has a possibility to be in the Champions League next year, which is crazy because Freiburg is a bottom feeder for the longest time. Cologne rounds out the European spots in 7th with 35 points.
Oh, okay.
And the relegation spots are Greuther Fürth. I'm pretty sure they came up last year. They're going right back down. Stuttgart, which has been fighting for their fucking lives the past few years.
Oh no.
And Augsburg round out the bottom.
Stuttgart and Augsburg, very weird. They always sit comfortably in the middle of the table.
But they're only 1 point back on Hertha Berlin. Also, Hertha Berlin is now
Hertha Berlin being down there
is the weak Berlin team, with Union Berlin being in 9th.
Ah, yes.
Union Berlin used to be the shit Berlin team.
I love how they flip-flopped.
Arminia is up with 25 points, and Mönchengladbach 27 points. Wolfsburg 26 points. Mönchengladbach 27 for Wolfsburg. So they're in danger still with a bad run of games. And I gotta check the Bundesliga too to see if the homies coming back. Because remember, the Bundesliga has the one automatic promotion, but they have the playoff against 18th and 16th and 17th. My apologies. Yeah. They have the one-game playoff. I think it's a one-game playoff to stay in, or you either go up or stay. So that's why the Bundesliga, you can only have one team come up some years.
That makes sense.
Because they have a weird structure there.
Makes for cool games, though.
Yeah, them games got to be stressful as hell.
I'd love to be at one as like a neutral fan.
Oh, yeah, just to be like, yeah. I mean, I like to see a Bayern or Dortmund game live, like before.
Oh, to be at a Der Klassiker? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, also, to be at that NFL game in the Lions Arena that they're doing in a couple years, that's going to be shit. That's going to be the shit. That's like the soccer stadium I'd most like to see a football game.
Okay, so I've heard that, like football games, like soccer games in Europe, you can get tickets for like 20...
Yeah, they're capped. They're capped.
Equivalently like $20, $30.
They have to sell cheap standing room tickets by the league.
Huh. So will the NFL tickets? How expensive are those?
I think they're going to be. I think Bayern owns a Lions Arena and they're hosting an event there. So it's not with like the Bundesliga's rules. Those are Bundesliga rules.
Yeah.
So those NFL tickets are not going to.
They're still going to be NFL prices, huh?
But here's the thing: I don't think it's going to sell out. I really don't. Depends what teams they... I know Germany has... It depends what teams they bring out there. They can't bring the fucking... the Texans and the fucking Jaguars.
They're going to get no viewership. I mean, even if they bring out good teams, I don't know how interested Germans are.
I mean, they like NFL Europe. That's why they're going to Frankfurt and Munich. Those are the two big NFL Europe cities.
Okay.
And it's also a novelty. It's the first time a professional NFL game that's mattered will be played there.
I suppose that.
So you're gonna have the novelty people. You're gonna have the fans who are rich enough to travel will travel. I mean, I'd love to go to Munich. Holy shit, the beer there. Oh yes.
Oh,
if they play in October, I'll find a way. And if it's the Bears and it's October, I'm going. I will clear out as much money as I need to do.
Go there.
I will find a way.
Hitting up Oktoberfest at an NFL game in Germany.
Watching my Bears get cooked by if they do a Bears-Packers game, there I'll drown my sorrows in happiness. I mean, they're gonna have to do a Midwestern team. Those are the teams lots of German people move to.
I suppose so.
I mean, I could see the Viking that they should do the Vikings.
They should do the Vikings.
Not even the right part of Europe, but
not even the right part of Europe. No, it's okay. Never mind. It's not the right part of Europe.
All right, to end it out, we're gonna talk a little basketball. All Star happened. The All Star game actually wasn't that bad from the highlights I saw. I don't ever watch it, but I like the highlights. Look good.
I tried to watch it this year.
It looked like a fun time. I just can't handle like negative defense.
I don't know. The energy in like the first quarter was so low.
I think you just have to wait to the fourth quarter. When
especially with the way the All Star game is set up.
Where it ends with a point instead of
and
just
how
the clock.
like each quarter matters.
Yeah.
So like all the quarters are competitive, and even if one team's blowing the other team out, it still stays competitive.
Yeah.
Because I watched previous All-Star games. It's just that this one I couldn't really get into.
And the weekend as a whole was pretty shit. The 3-point contest was fun. I think the 3-point contest is the marquee event of before the game.
I think so now.
The skills competition was the skills competition.
Skills competition's always.
It's
mediocre.
It's a warm up for the 3-point competition. It's like, hey, if you have time, it's fun.
Because the premier event, which was the dunk contest, is no longer the premier event after.
Play 1v1s. Just play 1v1 tournament. Is that hard?
To be honest, that would actually be amazing.
But we need a 1v1.
Although I will say the TNT inside the NBA crew calling the All-Star game was honestly hilarious.
Oh yes, and them cutting into the locker room at the most random times. Embiid just killing niggas in cards, bro. Because Trae Young was nervous.
Just Shaq ordering food. I'm gonna need a Sierra Mist. Chuck, stop chewing on TV, fool.
But now that the All-Star break is come and gone, we have NBA games coming back today. How is the end of the season gonna play out? Who's our MVP of the year?
MVP on the year?
Because I have my biased MVP and the MVP who I truly believe
you have the biased MVP.
DeMar DeRozan is MVP of the league. He's not, but I'll believe that till I go to the grave.
Here, to make this easier, what are the NBA standings looking like right now?
Well, the Heat are the top seed in the East.
Heat are top in the East?
They're tied with the Bulls, actually. I think they're up on points scored. I think 38 and 21. Or no, they have the tiebreaker on us. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Because Max Strus cooked our asses when the
right.
COVID Bulls. The Sixers are third, Cavs fourth, Bucks 5, Celtics 6, Raptors 7th, Nets 8, Hornets 9, Hawks 10. And Hawks are at 28 and 30. They're one game up on the Wizards. And the Knicks are damn. I think 4 games back on them. Yeah.
Huh.
They're 3.5 games back. They
3.5 games back.
And then bring up the rears, the Pacers, Pistons, and Magic, in that order.
Interesting.
West, Suns, Warriors, Grizzlies, Jazz, Mavericks, Nuggets, T-Wolves, Clippers, Lakers, Trailblazers. And the Trailblazers are up 2 games on the Spurs for the last play-in spot. Then bring up the rest of the rear. And the Spurs are tied with the Pelicans. They have the tiebreaker on them. Then bringing up the rest of the rear, Kings, Thunder, Rockets.
Well, the MVP discussion is interesting. I think it all lies in the West, to be honest.
You think so? You think it's a race between Jokic, Curry, and Paul?
Yes.
You think DeMar is a solid 4th?
Well, actually, no. I think DeMar actually comes in before Paul.
Because DeMar has the box score stats.
The flashy box score stats, and yeah, that's basically it.
But I think my MVP is Jokic. I mean, the man's having one of the best seasons in NBA basketball.
I think it should be Jokic, but
we're gonna predict. Okay, that's who we think it should be. Who do we think is gonna win? It's gonna be Curry.
It's gonna be Curry because the voters like him. Although, I think it's a very solid case for Curry, given where the Nuggets stand right now.
That Jokic isn't leading them to many wins.
He isn't leading them to many wins. They're sitting in a rough position. Although, if Jamal Murray
comes back at the right time,
and Michael Porter,
yes,
if Michael Porter and Jamal Murray come back and they rise up to like 4th somehow, that's a solid case for Nikola Jokic to be MVP. Especially if he maintains his play when those two come back.
Yes. Okay. Depoy they both got hurt on the Bulls, so like I'm fucking sad.
They both got hurt on the Bulls.
Got hurt. My 2 front runners got hurt. Those weren't Depoy. Caruso had a case.
Actually,
it's probably more Lonzo because Lonzo plays more, and Lonzo's lockdown. But who's Depoy?
Who's Depoy? That's really interesting.
It's not Gobert.
I swear if they vote him Depoy again.
Not Draymond. Give it to Bam. Just give it to nigga Bam. Call it a day.
Give it to Bam.
Wipe our hands clean of that.
Yeah, Bam's a pretty good one. I'd like to see someone a little bit smaller.
I like a guard, just not a center. It's kind of like a center award, like a power forward.
I mean, it's nice to have a award like reward our big men, but
Yeah.
And granted, Giannis does play the passing lanes, so I can't hold that against him.
Giannis can be there.
But Rudy Gobert winning it is honestly atrocious.
I'd give it to Miles Turner. Just anyone but him.
Miles Turner, that's a fair
anyone
that's a
but
fair point.
Gobert. Anyone but Gobert.
Anyone but Gobert.
I don't even really mind Rudy Gobert that much. It's just that I like to see the Utah Jazz
Goofy
fail.
Gobert.
Okay, Utah Jazz is like one of the one. I feel bad for players I like on because I want to see them fail every year.
Why?
I have a Jazz jersey too. That's the worst part.
I have nothing against the Jazz.
I have something against their fans.
Oh.
Mormon ass people. Let me stop. Nothing against Mormons. It's just Utah Mormons.
Utah Mormons? I haven't
They're
encountered
just the most racist. How do you...
Okay, I haven't encountered any native Utah Mormons.
Native Utahians.
The Mormons that I've met have been
chill.
from like South Carolina, so they're very nice.
But I just want to see them fail.
You want to see them fail?
Also, I mean, they're kind of. I mean, Donovan ain't happy. Donovan Mitchell hasn't liked Rudy Gobert since the incident.
The incident.
The incident in March
I don't blame him.
of the calendar year 2020.
Like Goofy Goober's kind of funny, but like that's about it.
Yeah. And then Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Mobley.
Evan Mobley. Surprisingly.
He's helping. He's one of the few rookies who's actually helping his team win games that mean something. Not many rookies are doing that.
On top of, honestly, you could just make a case that he's playing better than
He's playing better than every other rookie. On top of that, he's doing the runaway rookie. He should be unanimous at this rate.
Yes, although someone's gonna
vote for Cade. Someone's gonna vote for Jalen.
Yeah, so
you might have the Orlando beat writer, Franz. Oh, you know the Bulls beat writer, Io.
Io's playing very well.
Hit the Io button.
Io button.
I think Io is one of the few other rookies who's also helping a competitive team win basketball games.
Yeah, although his role is significantly smaller.
His role is run around until Lonzo comes back, and hit the occasional three-pointer.
But Evan Mobley putting up incredible stats on incredible efficiency as well, and he's been very consistent throughout the year, which you can't really say
about every other rookie.
For either, Jalen Green's been very up and down. Not so much as Cade, but Cade had a rough start to this year.
Yeah, 15 points, 8 boards, almost 3 dimes on 50% shooting. Free throw percentage can be a bit better, but hey, you can work on that. 6-7%. You can work on that. You're a rookie. You got time.
He's got time.
And 1.6 blocks a game, 0.8 steals. Not bad. Only 2 turnovers a game from your big man. It's a bit high. But also that keeps playing like small forward sometimes. Like
they're running a lot of offense through him.
Yeah,
so,
and also again, the Cavs lineups are weird.
It speaks to his skill set.
They're playing him at small forward and Markkanen at the 4.
Yep.
And Jared Allen.
I'm really excited about Mobley, to be honest. He looks like the best parts of AD and the best parts of Bam like combined.
Yeah, if he gets some outside scoring, that'd be unstoppable. But I don't think outside scoring is necessary like for a star player in the NBA. I think that era we're in.
Giannis has showed you don't really need
the era we're in. You just have to take the shots. Because if they go in, they go in, right? If they don't,
that's have to be somewhat decent. I need you to shoot like 35%, to be honest, to take the shots.
35% from mid range. You can shoot 30% from 3.
Yeah.
You don't take that many. You just gotta take 2 a game.
Yeah.
2 or 3 a game.
Yeah.
You can't refuse to shoot them like Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that is tough.
You'll be nothing more than a high level role player if you're a paint only big man.
If you refuse to take the shots.
You gotta have a big man's gotta have a midi nowadays. Like at minimum they need a mid range. You used to 8 years ago, you didn't need no mid range as a big man. You could be Kenneth Faried running around dunking and shit. Dunking and shit. Dwight Howard had no midi.
Dwight Howard had no midi.
Dwight Howard just dunk. Post move. That's all he did. It worked for him. It worked for him real well.
Yep.
But now the play-in spots. Right now it is Hawks, Raptors, Hornets, Nets. Which 2 teams get out of that alive?
Well, this is interesting because what is New York doing with their COVID policy?
I think it's going to get rid of by the playoffs. I think Kyrie going to be available every game.
Because if they happen to get rid of it earlier, Brooklyn's not going to be in that spot.
You think they'll rise on? The Celtics will fall into that. They'll shift to Raptors Celtics for those 2 spots. Because right now they're 3.5 games back on the Celtics.
That's a debate because the Celtics are playing good ball.
And do the Hawks keep it, or do the Wizards and Knicks get to that last spot? Because it's not set in stone that the Hawks keep it. The Wizards are fading.
The Wizards are kind of fading.
Because Beal is out for the year.
Beal's out for the year. I think Kuzma's magic is wearing off a little bit.
The Knicks are they're the Knicks. But please God, let a Knicks Hawks play-in game happen. And please have it be an MSG. I don't even care who the high seed is. The drama, the side talk episode that we'd get out of it would be legendary.
So much content. The potential there is great.
Yes, but they're all bad teams.
They are all objectively.
These are teams that are getting dog walked by whoever the fuck ends up with the 1 seed.
Unless, like, the worst happens to those teams, which I hope does not happen.
Like, Jimmy Butler is going to abuse Trae Young for 4 games.
Yeah.
Kyle
Lowry could abuse
the things
Young.
DeMar DeRozan's going to do to the things he would do to that team. The things Lonzo is going to... damn. The things Giannis would do to John Collins. The things Joel Embiid will do to the whole city of Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
Especially because Game 4 will be in Atlanta, so they get to go to the Atlanta strip clubs after getting that broom out. Ooh.
Getting the broom out?
Shit. Niggas will be playing just for just the huddle for all those teams. All unmarried men. We going out to the club after this. We gotta get this done, niggas.
James Harden will certainly be motivated.
James Harden and Embiid. I'm back in my city. They build banners for me out here. We partying tonight.
There ain't no way Trae Young handling James Harden like that.
Oh no. Like I said, the unmarried men. Giannis going back to the hotel room, taking care of his kid, because that's what I believe Giannis will do. He's a good man.
He's a good man.
Trying to think. Jimmy Butler hitting the clubs hard. I'm trying to think of any other family men. On the DeMar ain't married. DeMar's not married.
DeMar's not married. Although he seems like he'd be...
Lonzo don't go to clubs. Lonzo
actually does not go to clubs. He's the chillest.
I wonder what Caruso be doing. Caruso about to going crazy.
I have no idea what he's doing. He probably... I have no idea what that man does.
Is it crazy that him and Daniel House were college teammates at Texas A&M?
And that team didn't cook.
He really
It's like the strangest thing.
They did have like that one insane comeback where they came back from they got like all those inbound passes in the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where scheme and like the player.
And also the fact that they're both not shot creators, really.
Yeah, they play off of other players.
Yeah,
know?
Sure. They had elite level athleticism in the college game, and they have elite, and they're both very basketball IQ wise smart.
So there's probably like lost highlights of them like absolutely posterizing some poor econ majors or something like that, but those are lost.
Lost in the
archives.
Alex Caruso dunking on Houston Baptist 6'5" center number 2. Windmill. But the rest of the playoffs, the seeding goes. Let's say the play-in goes perfectly. High seed wins. Heat Nets in a 7-game series as the first round. Who wins that? If Kyrie plays all games, Nets and
plays all games.
That game 7's in Miami. And Miami's a tough place to play in the playoffs.
Miami fans do show out.
You think? But do you think
I give it to Miami?
You give it to Miami? I think I'm gonna have to go Nets. I think they can split the first 2 games, and I think they'll win all their games in Brooklyn.
You think so? I think when it comes down to it. Kyrie not playing that many games.
He's still rusty.
He'll be rusty. Ben Simmons will be still relatively new to the system.
And I
don't trust Steve Nash as a head coach.
This is true. This is where Steve Nash's test as a head coach comes.
Yes.
This is where he proves all of us who slandered him.
Although, I mean, like, they do have a spy in Goran Dragic, but that's like besides the point.
But again, Steve Nash is the Billy Donovan of Billy Donovans.
I suppose.
Clapping and keeping men happy. Even though he failed at that job, he didn't keep James Harden happy.
Oh, dear. But, I mean, Eric Spoelstra, brilliant coach, you know. He's had all these players in the system for essentially the whole year.
Yeah.
And all the players, tough, gritty players.
And they buy into each other.
The
Jimmy Butler
chemistry is very good
Jimmy
already.
Butler just needed not soft people.
Yeah. And now you brought in Kyle Lowry, gritty defender, you know.
Just gritty dudes.
Also experienced.
Outside shooting out the ass, paint scoring. You have one, and then you have a dude who, if it comes down to it, will go out and get you 2 points.
It's a very tough team.
You have a guy who, in short spurts, can match Kevin Durant bucket for bucket.
Yeah.
When it matters most. I'm not saying Jimmy Butler is nowhere near the player Kevin Durant is. I am not saying that. I'm just saying that Jimmy Butler will go out and get you 2 points on his own. Just clear out ISO ball.
Yeah, in a clutch situation, you can trust Jimmy Butler just as much as you could probably trust Kevin Durant.
Yes. So the next one, Bulls, Raptors.
Bulls
in 5. I think they get.
Bulls in 5. Not a sweep.
Not sweep. I think they get one in Toronto.
Especially
because the fans have been removed. They're going to come back in force because that Toronto took the last wave more seriously. They emptied out the stadium again. You're going to have Jurassic Park's back for the first time. So they're going to be that game 3 is going to be.
They're all still going to be angry after all these trucker protests.
Yeah. Yes. Game 3 is going to be tough. But I think we get both games in Chicago. I think we lose Game 3, get Game 4, come back to Chicago, close it out.
I mean, what are they really working with?
I just think they'll get one game. I just think...
You think they get one game?
I think they'll get one game. I mean...
Scotty Barnes plays well. Fred VanVleet shoots well.
Fred VanVleet...
Pascal Siakam cooks Vucevic.
Fred VanVleet is from Rockford. Rockford niggas don't like Chicago niggas. You know why Fred VanVleet went to Wichita State? Right? I think he has a vendetta against the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
So the Chicago high schools tried to recruit Fred VanVleet out of high school because he played out in Rockford.
Okay.
It's the third biggest city in Illinois, out in Western Illinois, the part that no one gives a shit about. I've never actually been to Rockford. Fun fact, been around it. My family, I have a cousin there. My cousin Pootie lives out there. Shout out. But Fred VanVleet, all the private schools in Chicago recruit him to come play, and Simeon, the big ones, they were going to move him out and shit. Fred VanVleet's like, nah, I like Rockford. So basically, the coaches called all the academy dudes and all the what's the damn. Oh, damn. The travel ball. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. AAU ball, yeah. They froze him out of all the good teams and all the good academies.
Really?
Yeah, on the low because he spurred them to stay in Rockford. He didn't win state or anything at Rockford because I'm pretty sure Rockford has there's 6 A's in Illinois high school basketball. I'm pretty sure they're 4 or 5 A team. Didn't win 4 or 5 A's. Still real competitive in Illinois. But he got no offers. It also didn't help that he was a 6-foot guard. That doesn't help when you have no connections and you're an undersized guard that's not hyper explosive. You're not getting many. He ended up going to a great situation because that Wichita State team was great.
It really was.
And, I mean, it had 2 NBA players. Our Clemson basketball team got 2 NBA players. They had 2 NBA draft. Well, Fred VanVleet wasn't drafted actually, but Fred VanVleet and Ron Baker were the two NBA players on the Wichita State team. They went to the tournament. Yep. Pretty sure they were Sweet 16 team, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hazy on that one, but.
I'm not too familiar.
But they were a tournament team. They were a tournament team. They were good. And I knew Fred VanVleet should not have been in the G League when I watched him play in the G League all those years, 4 years ago now. I saw him play the Windy City Bulls on the Raptors 905, and that nigga was cooking.
Man, had a premonition.
And me and my grandfather were sitting here like, damn, why are all these Fred VanVleet shirts out here? Then we're like, oh shit, right? He's from they all he has fans out there in Rockford. They rode for him. I saw Wichita State shirts, Rockford shirts, shit like people from Rockford. It was a real cool experience. But I think it's a vendetta against the city of Chicago. So this whole story rounds back to Bulls in 5 at the end of the day. Sixers, Celtics. That is the rivalry. Sixers in 5. No, Sixers in 6. I think they win they beat each other at home each game.
Sixers in 6.
I think the Sixers can beat Boston in that game 6. The Celtics don't have a big man who can stop Embiid.
They don't have a big man.
Jaylen Brown and Harden is going to be fun.
But the thing with Embiid's so weird. He could be so dominant, but he has times where he lapses
and just kind of disappears.
He doesn't play as dominant as he could.
I think he doesn't trust his body 100%.
I feel like Daniel Tice could get in his grill enough to make him
Daniel Tice ain't on the Celtics anymore. Oh, no, they traded him
back.
Got him back.
They got him back.
The Time Lord and Daniel Tice taking turns.
The Time Lord, Daniel Tice, that could be enough to shake up Embiid for a couple of games to let Boston's wings overpower
Harden and Harris.
Wings. Yeah.
What do you think, though? You think it's an You saying an upset, or you think Sixers in 7? Or are you saying Celtics in 7? I'm putting words in your mouth.
I got Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6.
You have faith in Brown and Tatum. I like that.
I really do.
I don't have that much. I like them. Not that much.
Not that much.
I mean, it would be really nice because they basically clear the path to the Bulls to the final. Because I know damn well we can't beat the Sixers.
Yeah.
Because Embiid cooks our shit. Remember, I didn't even mention Vucevic at all about the Bulls. Next one, and this is the Cavs and Bucks.
That's such a fun series.
That's gonna be a fun 7 games.
Big men on big men crime.
I think the Bucks in 7. I think the Cavs are ahead. I think the Cavs are ahead of schedule.
You think the Cavs are ahead of schedule? That's such a...
I mean,
it seems like such a perfect scenario for the Cavs to go up against the...
Just nothing but big man defense.
Because they have, like, the perfect big man defense to handle Giannis.
And it's pretty much going to have to force Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday to... No, Darius Garland's going to have trouble with Drew Holiday.
Darius Garland is a... Holiday.
He's a big factor for offense. As much as we talk about the big man, Darius Garland's the engine room.
Yes.
And that's going to be trouble for him. And then Kevin Love's going to... I think Kevin Love's going to be nigh unplayable once they bring Bobby Portis off the bench. You basically can't rest your big men. You're going to have to stagger them because Portis is going to cook Portis off the bench.
That is a fair point.
But Chris Middleton's going to have to show up for that series.
Chris Middleton's going to have to show up.
For Bucks in 7 to happen, Chris Middleton's going to have to show up. And Drew Holiday's going to have to clamp.
I think, it really might come down to how well the guards for the Bucks play. And then how well Karis LeVert and then players like Lauri Markkanen will play.
Yeah. So it comes down to the role players because the stars match up.
The stars match up on paper very well.
So if I'm not mistaken, it'll be high seed, low seed, right? So it'll be either Heat Sixers or Heat Celtics. Do you think either of the team get past the Heat?
No way.
No way? Either one in 5 or 6, but Heat?
Yeah.
So, and then next one would be, if I'm not mistaken, it'd be Bulls, Bucks, or Cavs. Do you think? I think the Bulls play great against the Cavs all year.
I honestly think the Bulls have both those teams.
I think so too. I'm still worried about Giannis doing whatever the fuck he wants for 6 games.
If Giannis drops 40 by himself, he drops 40 by himself.
But Chris Middleton let DeMar drop a cool 50 banger.
Yeah, because you'll have Lonzo and Caruso will be back by then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that locks down the guards. Io plays great defense too.
And that also helps against the Cavs.
Yeah.
And we know about Lowry. I'll leave that nigga open.
We know about Lowry.
If Lowry is the reason the Bulls are out of the playoffs, I don't know what I'll do.
Man, I'll be on a different kind of emotion.
And then this leaves us with an Eastern Conference Finals matchup of the Heat and Bulls.
Heat and Bulls. Tough one there.
And the Heat have home court advantage. Damn, Heat in 7. I gotta say it. I gotta be realist.
It's a gritty team.
Like, my realist, Heat in 7. We don't got a big man who can stop. Tristan Thompson ain't gonna stop Bam. We need Vooch out there for his offense.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, and they've had our number the whole year. And Billy Donovan is not a good coach.
Eric Spoelstra's probably
Billy Donovan is a leader of men.
Yeah.
He leads men good. He keeps people happy with each other.
This Heat team's just really good.
So, I'm going Heat in 7, sadly. Fan me! Bulls in 4, baby!
Bulls in 4!
Fuck them!
Yeah, Heat in 7's probably pretty realistic. It's hard to argue against that.
We move to the West. Who do you want making? Do you want for the sake of argument, do you want the Lakers being in the 8th seed, or do you want to just not talk about it?
I don't even think the Lakers could pick the 8th seed.
They're 9th right now. Do you think they would win the play-in or no?
No.
Okay. So we're going to leave the Clippers there.
We're going to leave the Clippers there.
We're going to leave the Clippers with Paul George and no Kawhi.
I think definitely the Clippers will be the Lakers for the play-in spot.
All right. So, Suns-Clippers. Suns in 4. Okay, get that shit out of here.
In 4.
I'm not even going to entertain more thoughts. Sorry, Isaiah. Sorry, our nigga. No. Suns in 4.
Suns in 4.
I know you said Paul George would get him 1 game. No, he's not. Suns in 4. Push that over there.
Actually, no, I have to Suns in 5.
Suns. You think Paul George is going to backpack 1 game?
Paul George is going to backpack 1 game, and it's going to be the same game where Reggie Jackson goes off. So, they're going to get 1 game.
They're going to get 1 game? No, they're getting swept.
They're getting swept.
They're getting swept.
I think they get 1 game.
They're getting swept. All right. Warriors, Timberwolves. Warriors in 4.
Warriors in 4.
I'm sorry, Kat. I'm sorry. I like you, Anthony Edwards.
Ant's going to get a really cool poster. Probably drop 40 in 1 game.
He going to boom on Kuminga. Kuminga dying.
He going to boom on Kuminga.
Kuminga or Wiseman are catching a fat L.
Yes.
Maybe Poole if he decides to jump for some stupid reason. The Warriors in 4.
Yep.
Timberwolves, trade D'Lo for some defense. Patrick Beverley going to get his 50 claps on Steph Curry.
50 claps on Steph Curry.
8 techs, It's going to be a lot of techs. It's going to be entertaining.
It's going to be an entertaining game for sure.
Grizzlies, Nuggets.
Grizzlies, Nuggets.
Jamal Murray comes back.
Jamal Murray and Michael Porter come back.
I don't think Michael Porter is good for the year. I have to look that up. I don't know.
They were talking about they're happy he might come back, but I mean...
Okay, I think Michael Porter's going to get hurt again, though.
That's not...
But if they come back, I think they're a stronger team than the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are in the same boat as the Cavs. They're a little ahead of schedule.
They're a stronger team, but sometimes that doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah. I mean, with Memphis home court advantage, it's going to be a tough place to play.
How, like, it depends, like, it's
Memphis,
such a...
Memphis in 7. I don't think they can close it out in... No.
Memphis in 7?
Yeah.
I think it's Memphis in 6.
Oh, yeah, Chrome crash. That doesn't matter.
I think it's Memphis in 6. You know, even if those two players come back, Jokic plays really well. It looks great on paper, but Michael Porter, Jamal Murray, I don't think they'll be back in time for them to mesh well enough, you know. I know the chemistry between the players off the court is great, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just getting them back in the groove, getting players back to like a larger rotation is going to be tough, you know.
Grizzlies in 6?
Grizzlies in 6.
I don't think they can close out. It'll have to be Grizzlies in 5. I don't think they can close out in Denver.
Fair point.
I'll give them Grizzlies in 5.
Grizzlies in 5?
Even though they're still ahead of schedule, in my opinion.
They are ahead of schedule. I don't think they're going to make it very far.
Jazz, Mavericks.
Jazz, Mavericks. They're both like...
Well, now that the Mavericks got rid of, they got rid of that bum nigga Porzingis.
Porzingis!
I mean...
They got Dinwiddie back in it. Huh.
I like Luka. This is a weak team, though. He's got no...
It's such a weak team.
I mean, it's him and Jalen Brunson trying their hardest, and Tim Hardaway...
Hey, Spencer Dinwiddie plays well.
And they're going to have to pay Jalen Brunson or let him walk. That's a tough decision for them.
I think they're going to let him walk. That's why they got Spencer.
And Bertans to shoot.
And Bertans
to hit his 3. It actually comes down to Bertans hitting his damn 3s.
Yeah, because if Bertans returns to the form where he was one of the best shooters in the NBA...
Before the Wizards
team.
playoff.
Yeah, it becomes a decent team, to be honest.
I think they can beat the Jazz if he hits his 3s. Especially with the animosity the Jazz are having at the moment.
Yeah, that's probably a fair point.
Who even the Jazz coach?
Quinn Snyder.
It's still Quinn Snyder? Quinn Snyder's
it's still Quinn Snyder.
Quinn Snyder.
Almost said Zach Snyder again, you know.
In the Mavs, it's still Jason Kidd. I almost said Rick Carlisle, like that man doesn't coach the Pacers.
Yeah.
But...
Gosh, it's such a toss-up.
Mavs in 7.
Mavs in 7, I could see that. Because, like, to be honest, the Jazz...
But the Mavs are not a great basketball team at all.
Neither are the Jazz.
They're not...
they have Donovan.
They have a couple guys. I mean, and also, who would they trade Joe Ingles' one working knee for?
They traded him for, I actually don't remember.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure it out.
That will require some research.
Oh, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, right.
Oh, they got Nickeil back in that. Which I didn't understand on the Trailblazers part. That was a really weird move.
Also, they have Daniel House Jr. Didn't know that. Good for him. He's still in the league after fumbling the bag with in the bubble.
It makes them more explosive offensively, but like the defense is not as good.
A short aside, Daniel House absolutely doing what Jimmy Butler did and getting caught is still one of the funniest moments from the bubble. Because he was fucking the COVID the tester. The tester, bro. Oh my.
Hey,
he didn't even have a good excuse. Jimmy Butler. I was dribbling. That's what.
I was dribbling in my hotel room. Danny House was like,
shit, man. Motherfucking, All right, so that leaves us with, I'm not mistaken, it'll be Suns, Mavs. Damn. Suns in 5.
Suns in 4.
You think when you have the Clippers winning one game, but not the Mavs? You have more faith in Paul George than Luka Doncic?
Yes!
You have more faith in that bum-ass roster?
Well, no, actually, I don't have more faith in Paul George than Luka Doncic. I have more faith in the bums around Paul George than I have in the bums around Luka Doncic. Because I've seen Reggie Jackson get hot,
play like he's supposed to be.
Yeah, drop like 35, skip down the court, and hit a game winner on my team. So I know he can do that
and
random shit.
I guess Luke Kennard can also do that random shit.
He does, yeah. He shot
the Mavs don't have random shit. They only have one random shit man, and he's Tim Hardaway.
Jalen Brunson plays well.
He's consistent. He's not random shit man.
He's consistently in the middle, so I don't think he makes or breaks games.
Suns and 5. They're not getting swept. Luka winning one game. Luka winning one game, bro. Luka winning one game. Warriors, let's see. Warriors, damn, it'd be, let's see. The Suns, Mavericks. Let's see. It'd be Warriors, Warriors, Grizzlies.
Yo, please, that's an electric matchup.
Warriors in 6. No, actually, Warriors in 7. That's a dogfight. That's a dogfight and a half. Well, it depends how Clay is feeling by then and how Wiseman's doing.
Yeah, no, I think I've got Warriors in. Oh, Jaw's so good though. Yeah, I got Warriors in 6.
6.
Yeah,
so do you think? Oh,
I don't think the Grizzlies.
Are you telling me you have the Clippers winning one game and not the Lakers winning one game against the Suns?
Yes.
God damn, you have no faith in your team.
Well, because
to be fair, I did say my team was losing in the Eastern Conference Finals when I've been saying finals or bust the whole year. So
well, because I've already seen that the Lakers cannot handle DeAndre Ayton, even though we have a plethora of big men
who are supposed to do that job.
Who we signed specifically to do that. Hell, they couldn't handle Frank Kaminsky for like 10 minutes. And then like
Anthony Davis is gonna roll his ankle again in the series.
I mean, maybe. LeBron is gonna be tired.
Russell Westbrook
back necking shoulders the whole time.
Russell Westbrook's gonna shoot you out of the game.
Russell Westbrook's gonna play terribly. His back's gonna be sore from being benched.
So I think that leaves us with the Western Conference Final. We all want to see. Damn, we really just chose the high seeds. Shit.
I mean, it's
at the moment. Suns Warriors.
Suns Warriors. Warriors all the way.
Warriors in 7.
Warriors all the way.
Clay is gonna put Devin Booker in prison, like Chris Middleton did.
Even if he
like Drew Holiday abused Devin Booker for 40 minutes a night.
I mean, even if he doesn't, I know the Warriors' depth is actually incredible.
Yeah.
They have a great balance of young, explosive players in Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, who can
Jordan Poole, who
can add a spark. No, I'm getting that. But then they have veterans who've had to play in tough situations when like everyone was hurt. They actually have some kind of experience. Jordan Poole, Juan Toscano Anderson, who can lead that bench unit.
Kevon Looney, Gary Payton II, Juan Toscano Anderson, Steph Curry, Wiggins, Poole, Bielitsa, Otto Porter Jr., Kuminga, Damian Lee, Green, Moody, Iguodala, Chris Chioza's playing for them. Clay, Wiseman, all of these dudes can play basketball.
The Suns have good depth, but the Warriors have some insane depth, dude.
And they got to make the best of it before they lose everyone.
That is true.
So, I mean, the Suns,
I'm very surprised they didn't dish them out already. I was expecting...
JaVale McGee has been playing really good off the bench this year.
JaVale McGee!
10 points, 7 boards, 65% shooting.
I mean, yeah, he's a great bench player. I would know. Help us get that bubble chip.
Help us get the bubble, the Mickey Mouse ring. Let me stop.
Mickey Mouse ring.
That's not a Mickey Mouse ring to everyone out there. It's a ring. It's probably harder than most other rings, actually.
It's a ring. I will give us the benefit of the doubt. We did get aided by some injuries along the way.
You have Sonic the Hedgehog. Alfred Payton's still playing basketball. Damn, I honestly forgot.
Alfred Payton.
Dario Saric still hurt.
Dario's hurt.
Maybe is Dario on the track? I forgot Bismack Biyombo got that 10-day and he kept it.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Suns roster's good. It's just I don't think it's as good as the Warriors roster. Gee.
I gotta redo my search engine. Shut up. Ever. Is Dario gonna come back this year?
I mean,
I don't think so. I mean, he tore his ACL in the finals.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think he's done.
And I think Steph on a revenge tour, last ride type beat is a little bit more
too much to handle.
Dangerous.
So now we get to the finals.
Yeah.
Warriors Heat.
I
don't think there's enough Jimmy Butler yelling and tenacity that's going to get them past that firepower for 7 games. Or for 4 games, apologies.
The only chance the Heat have, Bam Finals MVP.
He just abuses the interior.
Yeah. You know, young.
He brings Wiseman. Wiseman's 7-game welcome to the league moment.
Welcome to the league moment, you know?
That's why it's
Which
important.
is entirely
the problem
plausible.
is that the Warriors, that Game 7 is going to be in San Francisco. That's going to be
tough. That's going to be tough.
But that's the only way. Bam's going to have to be the star player.
And also, I know Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, they can hang on defense, but the Warriors offense is pretty good, even with like Damian Lee and
it was almost a
Damian Lee.
They were like one good LeBron run away for making the playoffs last year with Steph Curry and Damian Lee trying their best.
Yeah, so like when that bench unit comes out and still runs an offense, I don't know if Max Strus and Tyler Rowe can can defend that. So it's not helping the Heat's case to win that series.
We're pulling out the secret weapon, Udonis Haslam, for 5 minutes.
Udonis Haslam. Oh my god, just Udonis Haslam and Andre Iguodala boxing for like 5 minutes.
You just see each coach. Our stars need rest. They just go out of timeout. We're gonna put out the two old heads for 5 minutes. All right, and they just shake on it. Just them in the post. But this NBA season's been great.
It's actually been a very entertaining season.
It's drama all the way down to the end. I mean, it's the first time for a long time as a Bulls fan. I just haven't been like by mid-December. Damn, what the draft looking like? Like, damn, who good in college right now? Shit. What are the Bulls? And
I've seen worse for the Lakers. I think there's.
You did watch the that game, the Turek Black. Wesley Johnson. Jordan Clarkson. Who were the other two? Oh, the quiz.
Quiz.
Jordan
Hill.
We're missing the point guard, right?
It's not Marcelo Huertas. It was someone before him.
It's random bum number.
We never had Jose Calderon.
Marcelo Huertas.
To be honest, at that point in time I was already defeated, so it's kind of just funny to watch him do random shit.
Oh yeah, that is.
It's actually just hilarious. Same thing for when we had Nick Young. It was honestly just hilarious.
Oh yeah, Nick Young era.
Also, same thing for Lance Stevenson. It was also just hilarious.
That whole Lakers era was hilarious.
To be honest, that first LeBron season was just comical. It was just comical. Lance Stevenson, Malik Beasley.
Oh my god, the meme team.
It was great. It was awful, but it was great.
Oh, Jordan Clarkson, Wayne Ellington, Ryan Kelly, Tariq Black,
Jordan Clarkson was a point guard back then.
Yeah, Robert Sacre.
Boozer at home.
Did y'all have Boozer? Old Carlos Boozer, actually?
We did have old Carlos Boozer.
Sorry for that. Sorry for giving you washed Boozer. Wait, didn't we trade washed Boozer for Pau Gasol damn near straight up? The Bulls?
Just about.
Damn. That was a bad trade.
Because we got Carlos Boozer I'm pretty sure when we were putting together the dream team that was not very dreamy.
No, that was after that.
Was it after that?
Yeah, no, that was
I'm mistaken.
That was that was when y'all gave. That was first year of Kobe Bryant's $40 million extension. The 2 year.
Oh, never mind.
That was 2014-15. So no, right before the extension.
Right.
Let's look at who's on that Lakers squad to end it out. Let's just bring you some pain. It's okay. We can look at the 18-19 Bulls after this.
It's not as painful because at that time we
actually
still believed.
What's the more painful Bulls roster? 99-2000. You think? You think that's the most painful Bulls starting five ever? Starting roster? 99-2000, 2000-2001. I'll look it up.
I think so. I think it actually is.
All right. So yeah, Tariq Black, Vander Blue, Carlos Boozer, Jabari Brown, Kobe. Dwight Buki. Who the fuck are you? Okay, Jordan Clarkson, Ed Davis, Wayne Ellington, Xavier Henry, Jordan Hill's bum ass. I don't know why I have so much hate for him. Wesley Johnson, who was fourth overall in the draft, huh? Lakers Nation. That's who y'all thought it was gonna be. Nigga who played at two colleges.
Hey,
should draft niggas who play at two colleges.
Hey,
Ryan Kelly, Jeremy Lin, Ronnie Price, Julius Randle not playing at all.
I still love how Jeremy Lin waved off Kobe.
And he made the bucket.
Though. It was funny.
Robert Sacre and Nick Young.
For the second time.
And that record was, they were 19th. They had 98.5 points a game. They let in 105 points per game. They were 23-59.
23-59. Yeah, Kobe was just Kobe being angry.
All right, and then we're gonna go look at
the poor Bulls.
When I was born Bulls.
When I was born Bulls.
The 99-2000 Bulls. Oh, I forgot the 98-99 was worse. Yeah, they were. That was a lockout season. They were 13-37 that year.
Whew.
But you want to know the 99-2000 record?
What?
Their expected win-loss was 15-67. You want to know their real record? 17-65. So they actually did better.
They did better than people expected. Good for them.
Oh, they opened the season with. Oh, damn, that's a lot of losses. Is that? Oh no, there's one win against the Celtics of all teams. Okay.
Huh.
They started the season 1-15.
1-15. What a run.
So let's see. Do I know these people? Chris Anstey. No, yes I do. He's the Australian big man. Yeah, I remember. It says it here, but I remember who he was. B.J. Armstrong's bum ass.
B.J. Armstrong.
Corey Benjamin. That's the dude. That was the rookie in The Last Dance who was beefing with Jordan.
Oh.
Not beefing, who was
He was just like
Elton Brand. Elton Brand was good.
Yeah.
Elton Brand was a good player. Randy Brown. Who? Chris Carr. Cornet David. Hershey Hawkins. Old Hershey Hawkins.
Old Hershey Hawkins. Ooh.
Fred Hoiberg. I forgot he was on that team.
God, Fred Hoiberg.
Yeah, he was a player too in the league. He did most of his time with the Timberwolves though.
Oh, okay.
Larry Kettner. Kukoc before he dipped.
Kukoc.
Rusty LaRue. Who? Matt Maloney. Will Perdue was still there. Khaled Reeves. Michael Ruffian. Dickie Simpkins.
Wow.
Oh, John Starks after he sold the Knicks down the river. Yep. I didn't even know he played for the Bulls. I'm gonna be real with you. That's new to me.
The more you know.
Derek Willoughby and who I forgot was a rookie this year, Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. But that was also the year he tried to work at Circuit City for the employee discount.
Yeah.
So that team was in fucking shambles. This was before Eddie House. Mm-hmm. And then Eddie Rouse, of course, had the tragedy in his life.
Sadly.
Because my mom knew the woman, right?
But you did?
Yeah. They were it was my mom's circle of friends, and then one of her the outer circle is the woman who got Eddie House's pregnant wife pregnant girlfriend or whatever.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, my mom knew her.
Wow.
Sure. It's crazy. She's met a lot of the dudes on the team since she worked in the restaurant industry at the time. So, and my dad knew a lot of the dudes did security for Jordan. Oh. That was the story I'll tell it for the last time. Really close it out. So there's this Italian beef spot. Italian beef's a local Chicago sandwich. Great, look it up. If you Google that shit, that shit's amazing. Local beef spot. My dad worked at in high school called Johnny's. It's still open. We still go there. Damn near once every other day. We'll have it twice in 3 days type shit.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. Just a little beef stand. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan would have his assistant take his car out and grab a beef and bring it to the stadium.
Okay.
And Michael Jordan, the last owner, wanted to buy it, but he didn't. But the last owner didn't want to sell it. But that's how much Michael Jordan liked these beef sandwiches. He wanted to buy the hose so he can just have them. But that's my Chicago Bulls. That's my Chicago insight story of the day.
Chicago insight story.
This has been a long episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's been PJ.
And it's been Ethan.
On the Poverty Franchise Podcast.